Hello people. Just want to say a massive thank you for all the people who liked my last video. Obviously we're coming up to a new year, and it's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I don't know where to go with YouTube. I seem to hit and miss YouTube. Sometimes I'm loving it, it's going well, things are always rising, when I'm doing it regularly. But obviously this year's been a bit tricky with videoing, and I don't want to be one of them YouTubers who just puts out crap all the time, just to try and get them extra views. I don't get paid for this, and even if I did, it wouldn't be much anyway. But I put a poll on Instagram saying, what sort of videos do you like, when you go on YouTube, and I want you to comment down below, what sort of videos do you like when you watch others, like the big boys and all them lot. Do you like the rawness of like somebody like Larry Wills, how he doesn't have fancy intros and video editing, it's just raw, it's him doing sets, seeing him do all the sets with different people, which I personally do like. I mean, they're 30 minutes long, and I seem to watch it all because you know what you're training, you know what you see with it, some people, and I've done it, when you edit and you do all the fancy stuff, they just put light weights on, or they make out like the set, the workout is really high intense, and frankly it's not. It's a bit of a gimmick. It's just for the camera. And yeah, I put a poll on, and it seems it's pretty much 50-50 on Instagram whether you want it to be raw or edited, like your fancy, like sort of things like Brandon Harding does sometimes, or the I would say the it people on YouTube, the ones that are a bit more like have a fancy editor, like a Christian Guzman sort of thing. I think it must be the sort of person you are. The people who like commented, well, not commented, like voted, you knew what answer they was going to give by the person who they are. There's obviously a big split on people in like fitness and working out and all that. Like you've got two sorts of different generations, and it's not about age, it's about, do you want to be one of them fitness people who is like a follower, a gym shark, an alpha leader, just takes pictures of themselves in fancy gear with their socks pulled up and tight leggings, like a it boy? Or do you want to be somebody, be a proper bodybuilder? Do you want to actually go somewhere? And that's why probably the best person on YouTube, and he gets overshadowed even though he is the best in his category, is Chris Bumstead. He doesn't deserve the credit he should be getting for what he can produce on a day. Is unbelievable, and his videos don't get as much as you actually think, compared to all these other ones. And I think it's because he focuses more on his training than glitz and glamour. He's not a glitzy glamour person, and you can tell he's not the most comfortable in front of a camera. He's not like the person who's going to spend hours in front of a camera thinking about videos, what can make a good video and get lots of views. And same with Larry Wills. Larry Wills is just about pure training, what I mean? He'll train with loads of different people, but it's intensity, proper workouts, And I think I might start testing the waters with that way with my videos. You might think it's easier, but it's a hell of a lot harder to film, because you've got to have a lot of information. You know, me doing a lot of sets like the last video, it took a long time to do that video because of the amount of sets and trying to keep it interesting, you know, especially by myself. It's not like there's somebody else with me, and it's not like I'm a Larry Wills, you know. You'll stay and watch his videos because you want to see how much he's going to lift. You don't, you know, how many reps he's going to do. Some crazy weights and crazy reps and sets, you know, where I'm not like that. But that video was probably one of my best videos I've done in a long time. And yeah, I think I'm going to start doing a bit more raw editing like that, you know, where it's sets. Especially if I'm bulking, because if I'm bulking, I'm going to be obviously improving my sets, my reps, you know, the weight. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure if I'm bulking yet. It all depends on what's going to happen with lockdown, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I mean, there's things, people saying it's going to be a tier 5. I'm in tier 2 at the moment, so I'm one of the lucky ones. So if you're in the West Midlands, Shropshire area, come down to where I train. You know, we're all right at the moment, but there's talks of lockdown, you know, national lockdown again. And if there is, then I can't cut, you know, because we don't know how long the lockdown will be. Is it going to be for another 4 weeks? And that's another month, you know. I've already had a month out because of isolation, and then going to the gym for what, a couple of weeks, and then going back in isolation, lockdown, with no gyms. You know, I'm not going to get anywhere by cutting, you know. It's just going to be really bad for my body, you know, cutting. So I'd have to maintain, and then hopefully there wouldn't be a lockdown and cut from there. But then I haven't had no gym, I've had no stimulants on my muscles, you know, and I'd have to get back into the gym routine, and it's just a big ball ache, you know. So I think I probably will be bulking, you know, for the rest of the year, and then probably compete the year after, and get a proper good coach, you know, save up the money to get a really good coach. I've got a few people in mind. Hopefully they've got spaces left, but I've got one person in mind. I'm not gonna tell you who he is, but if he's got some spaces, I want him, because still I don't know if I'm going to be natural or not. Obviously I'm not going to take a full cycle, but obviously TRT. I was speaking to somebody at the gym a couple of days ago saying that he thinks I should go on TRT. He's on full steroids. He's actually competes and everything, and he says, yeah, for your age, I would actually go on TRT. You know, it will boost your energy levels. You know, it'll boost your physique up, and it'll do you good. So I might go on that. You know, but we can't do anything at the moment with so much uncertainty. Anyway, I'm kid free now. Yeah. It's quite weird. I felt a bit depressed today because it's the first day that I haven't had Kai with me. Obviously, he was on lockdown, well, isolation with me, and it's 5 weeks with my son, you know. And it's weird how you miss things when you've had something for such a long time. And it's been hard today, you know. It's been hard. First day back at work as well, it was. I'm now just ready to go to the gym. I obviously am at the moment. I'm eating 2,500 calories. I weighed myself today. I'm 180 pounds, and I was proper shocked. obviously Christmas has been, but I don't look like I've put on any weight, you know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll go off after this week because I'm now working. But I'm gonna go and test out my deadlifts today, and just do a little bit of back work. I'm not gonna film the whole back work session, just the deadlifts, because I want to see where I can start. I haven't done deadlifts for a long time. You know, when I was doing deadlifts properly last time was obviously when I was actually doing that PB, which I did 200 kg, which was over a year and a half ago now. And I've done deadlifts a few times, you know, with mates and, you know, for a bit of fun. But I want to see where I am at, you know. I'm not going to try and get 200 because I know I wouldn't be able to do it. But what I'm going to try and do is I want to see where my working set will be, you know, because I want to try and fit that in my plan, you know, workout plan for the new year, and try and basically do deadlifts at least once a week. You know, I want to beat, if I'm bulking, I want to beat 200. I want to be doing that as one of my goals. I've got a video coming out about my 2021 goals, and that's in my goals. That's one of my goals, to be that, you know, not only to be it for a PB, but also that 200 kg for reps, you know. But I think I'm a long way off from that at the moment, because I haven't got the energy at the moment. I feel like, you know, I've had like almost 5 weeks off from the gym, and it plays a toll on you, you know what I mean? You know, it's not also 5 weeks off at the gym, it's 5 weeks off from work, which when I went to the gym a few days ago, I felt exhausted. My cardio, even though I don't do cardio, my work is my cardio, because obviously I walk around. I hit 10,000 steps at work each day, you know, well, the days I work. So that keeps me going, our fitness levels. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is go and get some clothes on, and I'll meet you in the gym. Well, there you go. There's my deadlift session for the day. It wasn't something too heavy. Just seeing where I stand. As you saw by the videos, I'm probably looking at probably about 150, I think, for a working set. I've been watching Keithy. If you don't know him, he's just insanely strong, obviously. And he was saying about how he goes about, you know, lifting more in deadlifts. And I knew certain ways, you know, you can stand on plates and then lift from the floor. You can do working sets, obviously. But it's all about the warm-up stage, and I tend to do a lot of warming up, and I feel like that's what's stopping me from progressing. I haven't really done deadlifts for a long time, and you know, like I said, I haven't done them since really properly focused on deadlifts. When I wanted that 200, I focused on it, and that was my goal. It was something new. I knew what deadlifts were. I did them before, but you know, light reps, and it wasn't something that was really important to me. I didn't really, you know, I didn't really know much about weight training. You know, I just did biceps and chest, machines. When I found a bit more about deadlifting and what it actually can do for you, obviously it can develop the whole back, I started doing them more, and in 3 months I went from 140, which was my max, to 200 in 3 months. So I know I've got the dedication to improve on it, obviously. So next year I definitely will be improving on my deadlifts. I want to be, I should be well above 200, but for my weight, I'm pretty strong in deadlifts, I would say, for my weight. I'm not the heaviest person, so I know people who are a lot heavier than me, and they can't even touch that. So I feel like the deadlifts could be a certain place where I could do well in. I think it could be a good thing for me. I'm quite strong in pulling stuff, so it is something I really want to focus on. I just came out of the shower, I just had a shave, getting my hair cut tomorrow, but I bought a load of cosmetic stuff. I'm gonna do a video in about a month's time to see if it works. It's just a load of different sorts of creams and scrubbing stuff and stuff for your body, exfoliating. I'm gonna do a transformation video, but yeah, I bought loads of stuff like that. Started it today, so hopefully it starts working, so I could do a sort of video on that, because I feel like a lot of people suffer from it. I do, not so bad, but it's something that doesn't seem to be mentioned much with fitness, because I always think that the way you look is most important, but there is other things that you cannot control which can put you down in your image, in your look, and people don't really talk about them because all they look at is the muscles and that, and sometimes you need to talk about the actual things that I'm going to be talking about in that video. Hopefully it works. I don't suffer with it too bad, but it's something that niggles me. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You might already know and already guess, but hopefully it will work. And yeah, I'll do a video on it because I think it will help a lot of people. Anyway, I'm going to finish this video now, and hopefully we don't have some bad news this week and gyms stay open, because I cannot do coming out of isolation for a week and then going back on lockdown with no gyms. My progression will not go anywhere. And the same for all you lot. It's not. We need consistency. Yeah, we need to do the same things day in, day out to improve ourselves. Our strength, our bodies, our mental beings, and yeah, I do think if he puts everybody in lockdown this time, I think there's going to be a lot of trouble. Some people are going mental on the tier system already, and if they do put everybody in lockdown, it's just going to cause mayhem, because they're doing the same thing all the time, and it's not working. Whatever they're doing, it's not working. You can blame the government, but also you blame the people. He can't control everybody in this country, so the people who are getting, I'm not saying everybody who's caught it is their fault, but some people don't care, and I know for a fact some people don't care about the virus. They think that they're immune to it, and if it can't kill them, well, they don't care about other people around them. And I think there needs to be some sort of, if there's going to be a lockdown, they need to look at every situation, from gyms, from public places, from everywhere, and actually look at the statistics, which they always look at the statistics, but they don't seem to realise that gyms don't actually spread much disease, you know, and also with a virus out, a lot of people are a lot more cautious now than there was before. But I think we're all sick of hearing about COVID and the virus, you know, and we need to start next year on a positive, not on a lockdown. You know, I think everybody just wants a fresh start. You know, tackle some goals that wasn't done this year, and just, you know, be happy, and me included. And it needs to be sorted. You know, if he's going to do a lockdown, just make sure it's a lockdown for like 2 months, you know, and make sure that everybody has been vaccinated or something in that 2 months, so no one can get it again or something like that. You know, don't let people in from other countries. Do not let anybody go out from other countries. You know, anybody goes past out of their own town, they get fined. You know, put the army on the streets. You know, if it comes to that, you know, sort it out. People are sick of coming and going, and that's the problem. It's either one way or the other way. People don't mind being in lockdown or in isolation, but when you're doing it for a little bit and then coming out, and then because the cases are going up, they're doing it again, lockdown. It's not getting anywhere, is it? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you're new